folks, Willie Lee HM here, and we on our surname series, right? Like your surname, your last name, right? You got a first name, many have a middle name, and you got that last name. That's your surname. Where your surname come from? So, check this out. I changed my last name from Harris to Havner. Havner is a word I own and created myself. That's my family last name, right? So check this out. When I tell this to black people, they often say, you know what? Why would you do that? And I tell them that our last names came from slavery. Like, at some point, my ancestors was on a Harris plantation. And while they used to brand us with a casting iron to denote ownership, they then went to giving us their last name to denote ownership. So I want to ask you, like, have you ever thought about where your last name came from? If you have a European last name and you call yourself a black American, I'm letting you know that for the most part, 95% of these last names came from slavery. And how can you say you're over the oppressor, you're over white supremacy, you're fighting against white supremacy and all these kind of things when you still wear the last name, the surname of your oppressor? Next point on it. Think about it like this, guys. There comes a time in like a woman's life, right, where she got a groom waiting at the aisle with the priest, and her father walks her down the aisle, witnessed by all these loved ones, right? Well, she then goes, father takes her hand and puts it in this man's hand. That shows that she's going from belonging to the father to now belonging to this man's household. The exchanging of rings and a surname to commemorate. So she goes from being of her father's last name to not being of this man's last name. That's the notion of where she belongs, who she belongs to. Same thing happened with these surnames. Same thing happened for the black American with his surname. So did you know that? So that's the question for today. HM question for today. Did you know that your surname as a black African American came from slavery? Do tell.